Hey e-bikers, this e-bike promises 40 miles an hour for 1,400 bucks. Can it do it? Let's find out next.
Stand up, quiet street, hard loud screen says 0, but I'm already proud. Thumb on the throttle, like a secret I keep. Fat tracks waiting, waking from sleep. Feel that pull in my chest before it hits the wheel. One twist, one breath, tell me this ain't real. K6 Pro, I'm gone. Hear that thunder in my bones. Yeah. 40 plus and holding on, this torque just takes control. Dollar for dollar, I'm flying like I stole the road. K6 Pro, I'm gone. K6 Pro, I'm home. Stop signs, nothing.
What's up e-bikers? Welcome to my new little studio here. Still working on this, work in progress, but I got the panels up. I got some new plugs in store. I got to finish some details on this. I'm trying to make more room in my garage for bikes because I got 2 cars in here and got rid of a shelf over here in the corner, put the stuff upstairs in my loft. And I got a nice mat here, so work in progress though, but stay tuned. You'll see more videos like this. I can now film here when it's raining outside and stuff like that, so in the winter as well. So, all right, let's talk about this bike here. This is the K6 Pro from EUY. They're a budget brand. I reviewed a number of their bikes already. The S4, little e-moped, pretty nice. And the W1, which is the cheapest long-range e-bike on the market at 60 amp hours that they sell for like 1,200 bucks, something like that. This is another really good value e-bike, guys. In fact, it's got I give it 2 headlines. It's the cheapest, fastest bike you can buy, and it's the fastest 48 volt e-bike you can buy. Okay, so this e-bike will top out over 40 miles an hour. That's right, for about 1,400 bucks. Now, you can get even less off with that with the coupon code on their website. I'll drop a link in the description, by the way. This is the blue. Also comes in gray or gold as well. And I did the 1.0 version, I think back in 2023. That had a 1,000 watt motor. I think it went like 30 something, 32 or something like that. But somehow, some way, EUY has managed to squeeze a lot of power out of a 48 volt system here. The controller, which I don't know how big it is yet, is located, I believe it's under here. There's a plate down here. So there's a bunch of wires in the way, so I really haven't had time to take it out because it looks a bit of a project. But it must be a pretty massive controller. I'm waiting to hear back from the company as to what size it is. They're all on vacation right now or on holiday because of the Chinese New Year or whatever. They have squeezed a ton of power out of a 40 volt system. This is unheard of, right? I saw Tail Happy review this a couple months ago, and he mentioned it, but to me, this is the steal of the year. This e-bike is fantastic for the money, right? I'm all about value on the Crisscross channel here, so let's tell you more about the specs and what this K6 Pro 2.0 has in store. All right, here's that rear motor back here. Again, 48 volt system, 1,500 watts, peaks at 2,000, has 96 Newton meters of torque here. This entire bike is made of a magnesium alloy here, so it is really beefy and a really nice design, I think. It's a folding e-bike as well, we'll get into that. But the battery's in here. Here's your charge port. This is a really long 48 volt, 35 amp hour system. So I'll take it out once I fold it, but it's made with LG cells. It's 1,680 watt hours and comes with a 3 amp charger there. So it sits in that long down tube. Again, 48 volt, 35 amp hours, really nice. When it comes to sizing this e-bike, it is 69 inches long, payload capacity of 400 pounds. And the weight of it is about 97 pounds, but 15 is the actual battery here. So I did pick it up and weigh it on my scale. Again, magnesium alloy frame and just a really nice folding e-bike here that has an adjustable seat, though it's a pretty short seat post here. We'll talk about that as well. Here's the front, here's the rear shock back here. It's full suspension. It doesn't look like it's adjustable here. And you have the front twin suspension fork as well up front. Tires and brakes, we got these Kenda Crusades here with the nice knobbies on them. And the reflective strip, of course. 180s on the rotors down here. And these are Logan hydraulic disc brakes with really good stopping power. Touch points, you've got these metal folding pedals here. Pretty standard. You've got a wing seat here, a really wide wing seat. This came standard on the original one as well. Not a huge fan of these because they really bounce on the sides when you're going around corners and stuff, so I'd recommend swapping that out. But hey, you might like it. It's kind of like cupped for your bum there. You got basic grips up here with that twist throttle here. Not a fan of these cheap plastic ones, so that's a negative. Here's the other side. And here's that suspension C-post, or the suspension front fork here. It is just have compression, and that's about it. You can lock it out if you need to. And what else? You got a rear rack back here, and you should be able to put stuff on here. I think it should be a pretty good delivery e-bike, so I'm going to test that as well this spring once the weather warms. But here's just a closer look of that magnesium alloy frame, and we'll get to the folding of it in a second. Let's take a look at the cockpit here. There's your Logan hydraulics there. You got the 8-speed trigger shifter up here. Your display, it's black and white. We'll come back to that. Your typical control pad here, plus and minus, info, light, power, and then you got your horn and turn signals here. So let's turn the bike on. And I've seen this before on some Hemiways. I think this display, pretty typical. Press the I button, you get odometer, time, max, average, and trip. That's it. No voltage or anything. There's your battery bars, speed, and your PS level up here. Let's turn the lights on. Actually, just a simple press there will do it. And you can see here, let me back the bike up. You can see that front headlight. We'll have to see how it is at night, but that's a look at that. Now, let's turn those turn signals on. They're on the left here. There's your left one. Very nice. And your right one. They're not auto shut off. You have to remember to shut them off. And they are on the rear as well. So let's take a look back here. You have a nice smoked out tail light, really nice. I seen this on one other e-bike. I can't remember which one a couple of years ago, but a really nice, it's almost like an LED type of rear tail light there. So really nice turn signal there. Really love that. It's very stylish and unique in the e-bike market. Now for the folding here, and there's a pivot point right here in the middle, as you can see, and there's a little spring-activated latch down here. So I have to somehow unscrew this, I believe, and take it apart. That tightens it. So let me see what I can do, and put this camera down. Yeah, there it goes. Let me turn the bike off, that would help. Okay, kickstand's down. This is not an easy task by any means. This is a heavy e-bike, and you know, folding this on a regular basis is not going to be easy for people. But you know, I want to grab my stool so I can prop it up and take the battery out. Okay, now we can pop that battery out. It slides right out of here. I need the keys. I don't see where the key goes. Oh, the key slide's right here, actually. So, here comes the battery. There you go. So, 48 volt, 35 amp hour. Made in China. This thing weighs about 15 pounds. And it's definitely the longest battery I've ever pulled out of an e-bike. So, all right, let's take this K6 Pro 2.0 out for a ride here. Do a nice speed test, test the brakes, see how a hill climbs, and do a couple of top speed runs here. I'm looking forward to that. We'll start with a top speed run. One thing I want to note is it's got pretty limited turning radius, so that's as far as it goes. It's got the little rubber, actually it doesn't have rubber pieces, so it's probably missing. You can see here it's already getting scratched. So might need to put some rubber on here to prevent scratches on the frame there, but let's take her out. I recommend starting in PS1 because it's a very jolty, torquey e-bike. And I'm in 2 here. I'll put in 1, and I'll get my phone out so I can get the speed app ready. And just at the start here, I mean, very nice pickup off the line there. All right, let's try this speed test here first. There's a slight downhill to this, so cheating a little bit, but we'll do another road as well. It's a little bit flatter, but I tried this before. I'm in PS2 right now, so let's kick it off. There's no one coming. Strong start here. Okay, there's 5. Throttle only, there's 30. $34 in GPS, 41, 35 GPS. Whoa. Okay, so it said 35 GPS. So that's way off. Wow, okay. See how happy you got 44. I think I hit the same there. It's not quite 40. If that's the case, I still think it's the fastest 48 volt out there, but yeah, we'll try it again. So when I first got it, I tried it and I thought, yeah, we were going 44. So that was without my speedometer app. But it's definitely a fast bike. There's no way around it. Very agile on the road. By the way, it's a cadence sensor e-bike, if you haven't guessed, and it's got 8 speeds here. I think the railer is a Shimano Altus derailleur back there. Not a lot of ghost pedaling. I'm doing 22 here, and I got plenty of resistance. So gearing seems pretty adequate. We'll test it at the higher speeds, of course, too. The wet snow is melting. It's like 45 right now, so one of the warmest days of the year so far. So I had to take advantage of it and get this review done. All right, here's my test track. Again, another speed test here in throttle only. On the way back, we'll pedal. And 3, let's bump it up 4 and 5. Here we go. Might run out of room up here, we'll see. Already at 31, 28, 34, so it's like 5 off. Yeah, I'm gonna run out of room for sure. 33, 34. Yeah, damn, I just need a longer, I can't get a longer road out here. Let's try pedaling. Yeah, plenty of resistance at this speed, which is nice. And now I'm really spinning. Man, it feels like this thing wants to keep going though, you know? So if I had more room, I might be able to hit 40 or close to it, maybe like 37. 1500 watts, so this thing should eat the hill. And it already is. We're doing 18, 22, 20, 24. So, damn, I was so excited this thing was a 40 mile an hour e-bike. Right now it says we're doing 28 up the hill. 29, 24 over here. Here's the steep part. I'm gonna go by the GPS. Wow, we're not gonna hit below like 20. 19, there's 19. All right, that's my fastest ever up the hill at 19 miles an hour. Wow, hey, one of my fastest. I'll have to go back and look and see how the Escape Ranger did, but let's try it on the steep hill up here. We'll do it from a dead stop. This is like 15% grade, and it's a little wet. Oh yeah, 14, 13, 13 miles an hour was the slowest. That crushed it. This thing is a massive hill climber, for sure. Let's test the brakes down here. Gotta slow it up. All right. Nice, a little fishtail, but not much. I started at the manual cover, I think so. That's like 10, 12 feet, I think. 12 feet. All right, let's try a downhill run with no power. Test the brakes again at the end and see what happens. All right, downhill coast with no power. See how stable it is. Test the brakes at the end. It's pretty comfortable to ride ergonomically. You can bring these bars, adjust them in terms of the angle because they're on that pivot down here. Don't have a ton of pedal extension because I'm tall, 6 foot, so overall I'd say it's a better fit for short riders. But big guys can ride this too. You're going to throttle it anyway. It says we're doing 33. All right. Hit those brakes. Nice controlled stop. Look at that. Very nice. These brakes work great. And this bike is speedy. Okay, we're gonna do a Main Street run here, and one more top speed run here. Okay, perfect. Let's go. I hit 38 on that street over there on a slight downhill. So here we go. All right, 30 on GPS. 31, I'm gonna tuck a little bit here. 33, 34, come on, 35, 36, slight downhill, 36, 37, all right, 42 on the bike, 37 on GPS. And that's going to wrap up this top speed run here. So, all right, 37 we got top speed on the K6 Pro 2.0. Let's go wrap things up. Talk about likes and dislikes. Turn signal on. Out for that sand. All right, guys, there's your K6 Pro 2.0. So sorry about that. Thought it would hit 40. We got mid 30s, hit 37 top speed. So still in my mind, the cheapest, fastest bike you can buy. And still, I think it's the fastest 48 volt you can buy, in my opinion. I asked around too, I asked Alex Maximum Charge. He reviews a lot of 40 mile an hour and up above e-bikes. He said the only 48 volt he could think about was like 32 miles an hour in terms of the fastest speed. So that's what you get here with the EUY bike. Again, a lot of value for your money here. What do I don't like about it? Well, let's see, the display sucks. It's pretty early basic, no voltage, no percentage, is what it is. These grips are plasticky and cheap looking. They're hard to change out as well. I think they're attached to the throttle here. Other than that, the bike has pretty good gearing. We got cadence sensor e-bike, big crank up here. Looks like a 52 tooth Shimano all-disc derailleur right back here. Decent sized freewheel. You got the Kenda Crusades on there. Not a huge fan of the Kendas, but they work fine. You got the lighting system up front here and the rear. That rear taillight is pretty cool looking. The wing seat I could do without. Oh, there's actually there's a light in the bottom too. I think it's push button with a battery. Yeah, other than that, nothing to complain about. Again, $13.99 for all that speed. It's a good looking bike as well. It's pretty unique in the market. I think only Euybike has a frame like this as well. So you'll definitely be unique going down the road. And this thing comes in gold and gray was the other color as well. The suspension's pretty good. The rear one's pretty stiff. You're not going to feel much bounce there unless you're a heavier rider. And that's it, guys. Let me know what you think about this K6 Pro 2.0. Definitely a keeper in my book. Gonna hang on to this, and I want to do a range test with it as well. 35 amp hours is a lot of battery. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think about the K6. Drop a comment on there. Link in the description. Check it out.